My dear friends, let's find the value of a that makes the equation an exact differential equation. This is a new subject for us, and the value of a is here in our given equation. And let's start with writing the form of an exact differential equation. We have the form m of xy dx plus n of xy dy is equal to 0. The equation is already given us with the form of an exact differential equation, so we don't need to fit it. And next, I'm going to write how do we check the given equation is exact or not. Our check is as follows. If an equation is exact, the partial derivative of the first function with respect to y should be equal to the partial derivative of with respect to x of the second function. So you see, we just replace these x and y as partial derivatives of m and n respectively. And next, we are going to write our solution to the exact differential equation. And we assume that our solution is f of xy is equal to c. And this f of xy should satisfy the conditions. The partial derivative of x, the partial derivative of f with respect to x should be the function m, and the partial derivative of f with respect to y is the function n. So you see, this is the opposite order, but this appears to be the same order. That makes easy to memorize if you wish. So these are the functions we are going to use, formulas, and let's put them in our formula box. And next, we are gonna search the value of a that makes this differential equation exact. And here are the functions m and n. And when we take the partial derivative of m with respect to y, let's write it here. Let's write del over del y, our function m. 2 cos x plus 4 ln y should be equal to the partial derivative of n with respect to x. Del over del x, a square x divided by y plus e to the y. And let's take these derivatives. And the partial derivative here, since the partial derivative is with respect to y and since there is no y here, the first term's derivative is 0. And what about the second term? Ln y has derivative 1 over y, so the result is 4 over y. Should be equal to. What about this term? There is no x here, the result is 0. And the derivative of x is 1. And we get a square over y. And accordingly, 4 is equal to a square, and we find a is equal to plus or minus 2. So we have found our value of a, and let's put this to our checkbox, let's say. And what about here? The last box is reserved for the solution. We are going to find our solution and write it to the solution box. So we are gonna let f of xy is equal to c is a solution for this differential equation. Then the partial derivative of f with respect to x should be this m function. Let's write it here. 2 cosine x plus 4 ln y. And the partial derivative of f with respect to y should be this n function. It is, let's replace a square is equal to 4x divided by y plus e to the y. And it follows that from the first equality, f should be the integral of 2 cosine x plus 4 ln y with respect to x. And from the second equation, it should be the case that the integral of 4x divided by y plus e to the y with respect to y should be f. All right, let's take these integrals then. Integral of cosine x is sine x. We have 2 sine x here. Plus this integral with respect to x is just we multiply this function with x because there is no x here. It plays a role of a constant term, right? 4x ln y, and the integration constant should be replaced with a function of y, because when we take the derivative of this function we obtain 0, because this integral is with respect to x. All right, what about the second one? F should be equal to the integral of 1 over y is ln y, so we obtain here 4x ln y, plus integral of e to the y is also e to the y, and likewise we are gonna write here a function of x, and let's say it is g of x. And what about the solution? Let's check it. Here are the common terms in both cases for the function x and for the function f, and we observe that g of x should be 2 sine x, and on the other hand h of y should be e to the y. So what about f? We should write all the different terms for the obtained in the two f functions. And let's start by writing the common term. 4x ln y are common in both equations, and the different terms are, we have 2 sine x here plus 2 sine x, and also we have e to the y here plus e to the y, and it should be equal to c as a result of this differential equation, my dear friends.